You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. I do got to talk about this the third-degree murder charge against Minneapolis. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. The killing of George Floyd has been dropped. Judge Peter Cahill denied the motion to dismiss the other two charges against him. Chauvin still faces the higher charge of second-degree unintentional murder and a second-degree manslaughter charge. Cahill also denied the motions to dismiss charges against the other now former Minneapolis police officers. They were charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder and aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. That, again, this is one of those things where, again, we're talking about judges here, Erica. We're talking about judges. Why judges matter. This is where a judge made a decision.
Yep. Dr. Carr just laid it out quickly. Everybody should replay that for other people, because this same judge is up for election. He's on the ballot 2020 Minnesota. So make sure that you vote his ass out. Additionally, this same judge ensured that evidence from a 2019 arrest of our deceased brother who was lynched before the entire globe would be entered into evidence. Mind you, we have Attorney General Keith Ellison that is prosecuting this case. And let me tell you, it looks very much so likely as we think about that these folks will not go to trial until March, that there's going to be a chipping away. So when people say that their vote does not matter, listen, your very life is on the ballot. And if you don't live in Minnesota, there are judges that are just like the judge, Peter Cahill in Minnesota, that's on the ballot in your community. So do understand, not voting is really voting for your own position in this country. Life or death is on the ballot. And so I think that this is something that people need to be paying very much so close attention to as people go voting early or they're voting on November 3rd. Look at all of those judges that are on the ballot. Just do a simple Google search and see some of the ways that their cases have turned out. Google up so you can see an image of what those folks look like, and then, in fact, make your vote accordingly.
Reese.
Yeah, also, I mean, in a lot of cases, there are multiple judges on the ballot. And so maybe there are 5 judges and you get to select 4. Still do a Google search and make sure that you're selecting the right 4 out of the 5 judges. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. The one silver lining to me on the lower charge being dismissed is that it kind of eliminates that cop out of, like, you know, because a lot of times in these cases, the cops, if they are convicted at all, they're convicted of the lowest possible charge. And so that's one small silver lining that I have to say about it. But going back to the judiciary thing, just one last point I want to make on that, you know, Erica and Dr. Carr laid it out brilliantly, is that with the Supreme Court, I don't know if you guys have noticed, they have this shadow docket. And as Dr. Carr mentioned, they have these opinions that are now unsigned. And so there is a danger here where these folks have now this massive amount of power, and they don't even feel like they owe us an explanation. Yep. They're not even going to bullshit us around. They're just going to have this shadow ruling and go on about their business. So going back to Roland's point, then I'll wrap it up. That's why the Democrats, there are no rules anymore. The Supreme Court, when they overturned the Alabama decision and didn't bother to release the vote tally, it was only the dissent that was signed by 3 people. There are no rules. So when you have the power, you better damn well seize it and make the change that we need to make.
Final comment, Greg.
That's right. Reese is right. They're not even going to tell you why. You know why? Because legally they can't explain it. Ask any law professor. They can't explain it. They're just going to say, just put the vote up. And Erica is absolutely right as well. You got to come in here and vote intelligently. And Roland, as you said, not only Kathy Mizell, 33, Benjamin Breton is 39. The one who's replacing Justin Walker, who McConnell put on the D.C. circuit. He's going to be in the Western District of Kentucky. Christy Johnson just turned 40. She is coming out of Mississippi, the Southern District. Taylor McNeil is 37. They're going to put him on the Southern District. All these cats in their 30s. And so what happened in Minneapolis and what happened in Minnesota is clear evidence that it does matter. The Democratic Party is not the savior of Black people. But what Erica said is essentially very important. Our rights are always on the ballot. Please understand that our rights are always on the ballot. And what Erica has said is absolutely correct. You have to vote as if your rights are always on the ballot. And if the Democratic Party is the tackle dummy you use to push into the system, then use them. but they're not. We don't need nobody caping for us. We have to invade and advance our best interest. The third-degree murder charge, a manslaughter charge, that's typically a charge, as we know, like you shooting into a crowd. It was going to be a stretch anyway. The rest of the charges survived. But like you said, we got to look very close on how this judge is going to ride herd on jury selection, on everything. Are they going to change the venue? And so please, everyone, listen to Reese, and please listen to Erica on this issue. It's time to be smart.
Yep.
Take the D and R off. Put the B on black.
Yeah.
Folks, there's a reason. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, the folks at Ceek.com, black-owned company founded by Mary Spio. They, of course, a virtual reality company. You can check out their content at Ceek.com, Ceek.com. You can do so, of course, with these VR headsets. You can look at it, of course, on your regular device or your pad or your computer. But if you want to experience being in the room, you can use this headset right here. All you simply do is just pop in your cell phone in here, pop it on, and then put this headset on, and you can literally experience their content in virtual reality. And so allows for you to do a 360-degree view of the room. But also, folks, they have the 360-degree 4D headphones right here. These are Bluetooth headphones. They have complete surround sound in terms of as you hear the particular music. Gamers love them as well when they're playing their games. And so it's just phenomenal bass in these headphones as well. You can get one or both devices at Ceek.com using this promo code RMVIP 2020, RMVIP 2020. So we certainly thank the folks at Ceek.com for being a partner with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. All right.